Hi, I'm Megan. I'm sure you've seen me around in Facebook or on Google or whatever group it is that you happen to see me in. So today I want to give you part one of my four-part series in how to get your business going. And today we're going to talk about mindset. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard this before, and if not, then yay for something new. So mindset is probably the most important part of getting started in your business and keeping it going. Yeah, it's great to have all the tools like how do I build an ad, how do I build a website, how do I do this, how do I do that. And that's all really super teachable. The thing is mindset is not really teachable. That's something that you have to do within yourself, which may sound a little hippie to you, may sound a little crazy to you, but it's super important. And the reason why this is so super important is because without it, you're not going to get anywhere. And I found this out firsthand. So when I first started, I always heard everybody saying, well, I made $10,000 this month. I made $50,000 this month. And I always thought, that's fantastic, but I'm never going to be able to make that kind of money. I'll be lucky if I can float by on $2,500 to $3,000 a month. That was like super big to me for making money from working from home. And then I started noticing that a lot of the people who were starting at the same time that I was were suddenly starting to make that amount of money. And then people that started working from home after I had started working from home were making big buku bucks. There were some who were making like $100,000 a month. And I was like, okay, so they must have started out with more money than I did. Or they got lucky. Or they just hit that magic sweet spot. Or whatever other excuse I could come up with for why they were making tons more money than I was. And what it really boiled down to after talking to many of them was just their mindset. They knew that they could do it. They told themselves repeatedly they could do it. And when they hit a low spot, instead of saying, oh, woe is me, and just freaking out and giving up or going on to the next big thing, which is what I tend to do a lot, used to do a lot, they decided to buckle down, come up with some new content, come up with a new strategy, tweak a few things, and go right back at it, and suddenly they were back on top again. And that's their mindset. That was them knowing that they could do it. It was them believing in themselves, and that is honestly beyond important. Here's the thing. In society, today, in the past, and probably in the future, forever and ever and ever, you're going to hear, oh, that's great that you want to work from home. What's your backup plan? Or why don't you do something safe? Why don't you do something steady? Why don't you do something normal? What are you going to go to college for? You need to get a real job. That kind of thing. And it's not that people are trying to bring you down. Typically, this is said out of love or just out of concern. Because everybody hears the horror stories of I invested hundreds of thousands of dollars into this company and I went broke because it was a scam. Or whatever. What they don't hear is, someone who invested the money but didn't invest the time, didn't invest the mindset, and didn't do what they needed to do, and then that's how they failed. I'm not gonna lie, it's not super easy to just walk into an online forum and then make tons of money. You have to actually work for it. And it takes a lot of hard work. And there are times where you are going to come up with, oh my god, it's the end of the month and I've only made $500, what am I going to do? And you have to figure out, okay, this strategy isn't working anymore, what can I change here? And that is where your mindset comes in. You have to know without a shadow of a doubt that, okay, I can do this, I can turn around, I can buckle back in, and I can get this done. And I can slap out some new content, a new ebook, some video series, whatever, and bring myself these clients. Because people want to hear what you have to say. You just have to present it in a way that they need to hear it. And you have to believe in yourself that you're able to do it. When I started believing in myself, when I threw away the self-doubt, and when I decided that I was going to buckle down and get it done, that's when I started seeing real changes in my life and in my business, and now I'm getting to where I'm achieving the dreams that I saw everybody else achieving. And you can do it too. Because I can tell you right here, right now, there's nothing super special about me that makes me more capable of doing it than there is about you. The only difference is you believing in yourself and you sitting down and doing what needs to be done. So I'm going to give you the strategy that helped me. I sat down, I wrote down every single negative thing that people had said of, well, maybe you should do something safe, maybe you should, go back and get a different degree in this, or maybe you should, work outside of the house, whatever. Wrote all that down. And then flipped the paper over and wrote down all of the positives of what I saw myself doing. Exactly how much money I wanted to make per month. How many clients I wanted per month. Why did I want this? What was I going to do exactly with the money? Paying off the house, taking kids to Disney World, buying a car, those types of things. Very specific. It doesn't matter if it sounds selfish or not. These are your dreams. It's not anybody else's dreams. It doesn't care how selfish it sounds. They're yours. And I wrote that down and I looked at my positives every single day. Never my negatives. Only my positives. And I saw myself making that money. I saw myself doing what needed to be done to get that money. And that's when I started seeing things happening, seeing things changing, seeing things coming in, because I knew I could do it. And I know you can do it too. And if you come back tomorrow, video's not going to be as long because this was kind of windy. And I'm going to give you my second tip for starting your business and getting it going and getting what you need to get done.